If you're a content creator who is still chasing sponsorships, you're playing the wrong game. I'm going to break down exactly why sponsorships are a trap and how affiliate marketing gives you full control, full freedom, and more long-term income. Let's get into it. So what is a sponsorship? A sponsorship is when a company pays an influencer a flat rate to produce content promoting that company's products. This is usually on a contract basis. It can be per video, or it could be for a year or even different terms. However, the same thing holds true. The company is paying you one time to produce content for their brand, and they're going to give you a set of restrictions on how you can produce content, what type of content you can produce, what you can say about their products, and the settings in which you record your content. Let's talk about some of the negatives. What it boils down to is you're back to trading your time for money. This is basically the same thing as having a job. Now, I want to tell you a little story real quick. Years ago, I was working out in my gym. I lived in a different town at the time. It was a bigger gym, and there were a lot of kids in there who were, in their late teens, early 20s, who were producing content for social media already. And one of these guys was in pretty good shape, and I happened to be working in the supplement industry at the time as an affiliate marketer. At the time, I had 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, and that was the only platform I was on. I was producing most of my content from my phone, working like an hour or two per day tops, and I was making over $15,000 per month off of 5,000 YouTube subscribers. And this kid at the gym was in there. He was asking me what I do for work, and we're kind of talking back and forth. And I asked him what he was doing because I noticed he was recording videos. And he was on TikTok, and he had over 9,000 followers on TikTok. And I was explaining to him how affiliate marketing worked, and he kind of just blew me off like he didn't want to hear about it because his reasoning was that he was holding out for a sponsorship from this big supplement brand, which I'm not going to name. And this big supplement brand at the time, their requirements for sponsorship were a minimum of 250,000 followers. And they gave you a list of mandates that you had to follow in order to be a content producer for them. So to get sponsorship, to even apply for sponsorship, you had to have 250,000 followers on social media. I want that to sink in. This kid had 9,000 followers. He needed to get to 250,000 followers before he could even apply to the sponsorship program. And once he applied, there's no guarantee he would get it. And if he did get it, they were paying about $50,000 per year, and they had a list of requirements that were pretty extreme. You had to do like 3 posts per day in video format. You had to do a couple social media posts that were content based, so like a Facebook post or a TikTok post, or an Instagram post with actual text in there. And they had mandates on the type of vocabulary you used, how you phrased the content, and all of that kind of stuff. So this kid was making no money. He had almost double the followers I had, and he was holding out for this huge number of followers before he could apply to this program that would simply be giving him a low-income job, and it would lock him in a contract for over a year and mandate that he produce X amount of content on a daily basis for their brand only. That's basically the summary of how a sponsorship works. So once again, you're back to trading your time for money. You have no creative control because they're going to tell you how to produce the content, what type of content to produce, where to post the content, and how often to produce that content. You're a spokesperson for that company, so basically they're paying you to only say good things about their brand. So you're literally just creating ads nonstop for that company. You have very limited scale because you're working for one company at a time. Most of these companies, depending on the industry you're in, are going to require that they are the only person who is sponsoring you. So you can't produce content for other brands or you lose your sponsorship. You get a one-time payment, like I said. So maybe they're paying you on a per video basis, or maybe they're paying you on a yearly basis. But either way, they're paying you for a set amount of content that you're going to be required to produce. And if you sign a contract and don't produce the content, they have the ability to sue you for not producing the content that you promised to supply under that contract. It's also very inconsistent because a lot of these content producers on social media are bouncing between different sponsors because the sponsor will hire them for X amount of content. Maybe it's 1 video or maybe it's 10 videos. And then as soon as that bit of content is produced, that social media influencer then has to go find another sponsor. So you're constantly looking for a job. And most of these, like I said, have huge requirements on the number of followers you have to have before you can even apply. So you're basically bouncing around from job to job, and you don't have any freedom on what you're producing, how you're producing it, where you're posting it, or anything like that. And like I said, I've already named off a lot of the requirements that you have. as a sponsored person on social media, and it's very, very restrictive. So let's talk about affiliate marketing and why it's different and why I prefer affiliate marketing and why I think everybody should be doing affiliate marketing. First off, you get to do something that you already love. So if you have a hobby you absolutely are passionate about, you already own products for that hobby that you already are experienced in using. So whether it's golf or fly fishing or gold panning, you probably have a hobby that you're very passionate about and own a huge amount of product to support that hobby. Now, you get to produce content doing what it is you love, whether it's gold panning or fly fishing or whatever it is. Name your hobby. I have a list of 300 hobbies that are popular in the United States. I'm going through a video series. You guys should tune into that video series. I'm going through them in alphabetical order for each hobby. Like I said, there's 300 of them. There's 5 sub niches to each of those that I'm breaking down and telling you guys exactly how to monetize those sub niches of each hobby. And if you go to the blog articles for those hobbies, each hobby has its own blog article. And in that blog, there are clickable links to affiliate sign-up programs for you to sell content relevant to that niche. So I've made it very easy for you guys to produce content. So you're getting to produce content doing something you love. You already own the products for that. And now you can simply sign up for free to the affiliate programs for the companies selling the products you already own. So there's no cost to you, and you get to simply use what you already have to produce content doing something you love, and you get paid for it. You get to promote a product you believe in. Every time somebody uses your discount code or your link, you get paid, and the content that you produce keeps paying you forever. As long as you have that content online with your affiliate link or your discount code, you're going to get paid for that piece of content, whether it's 1 year or 10 years or 20 years down the road. If you have a piece of content online as an affiliate with affiliate links, you're still going to get paid from that piece of content. Let's compare that to a sponsorship real quick. So they pay you to produce X amount of content, and they're paying you one time for that. Once that payment's done and that content's produced, that income is done. Whereas with an affiliate, you sign up for the company, you produce the content, you post the link, and leave that content online, and it's going to pay you every time somebody buys with that link. It's going to pay you again. So this is what we call reoccurring income. You do the work one time and you get paid over and over and over again for that one-time bit of work. So let's break it down a little bit better. So you're earning 24/7. You've produced the content, you've got it online, you have your affiliate links in there or your discount codes, and whether or not you're still producing content, you might be on vacation, you might be sleeping, you might be out on a date, you're still producing revenue from that piece of content. You're earning 24/7, 365 because you've already produced the content. You have unlimited scale because you can work with as many brands as you want to and promote as many products as you want to. There's no restriction on what you're producing or how you're producing it, and you can do as many companies as you want. Like I said, you have reoccurring revenue. So you post the content and it keeps paying you as long as that content is online. There's really unlimited upside because back to here, you have unlimited scale because you can sign up for as many companies as you want. You only promote products that you truly believe in, and therefore people are going to be a fan of yours because you're providing them good content with both positives and negatives of each product, and they can make an informed decision onto what they want to buy. You're basically helping them choose the right product. You have full creative control too, so you can produce as much content as you want or as little as you want. Obviously, the more the better to an extent, but you guys have the freedom to produce the content in the way that you want, in the setting you want, with the vocabulary you want in order to promote those products. There's no ceiling either. So the more content you're producing, the better products you're promoting, and the longer you do this, your income is just going to keep going up. And there are very few outside requirements. There are some around social media. If you're going to do, let's say, a gun channel, there are requirements on the social media platforms for the types of content you can produce, right? So there are some requirements when it comes to social media platforms, but the vast majority of companies who have affiliate programs don't really have requirements as to your limitations on the kind of content you can produce. So to summarize this, as you guys can see, I'm a big fan of affiliate marketing, and I'm not at all a fan of sponsorships. You can start out on social media with only a couple thousand followers and still make a killing on a monthly basis and transform your life with only a few subscribers, relatively speaking. You don't have to hold out for a big audience and get a contract. You can start out right away with almost 0 followers and start making revenue. I have a friend I was coaching in affiliate marketing recently, and his first video he produced in the first week created him his first affiliate sale. And that's not completely uncommon. As you guys know, if you watched my original video on this channel, I did something similar because I was in the supplement industry and I produced my first piece of content as an affiliate and made money that very first week. and it was actually a pretty good amount of money that I made in the first week. But that being said, I'd been on social media for a while and I didn't know what affiliate marketing was. And so that's why I'm trying to get the word out to you guys, to everybody, honestly, about what affiliate marketing really is, because everybody has the potential to make a really good monthly revenue with relatively little work. It's going to be a growing amount of increasing revenue on a monthly basis as long as you stick to it. Okay. So everybody right now needs more income, and I want to help you guys do that. There's no cost to you to become an affiliate. All you have to do is a little bit of video work and post the content and start seeing some revenue. So stay tuned. Make sure you follow, subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. And stay tuned because I'm going to walk you guys through exactly how to do affiliate marketing with no cost to you. Yes, I offer coaching. You don't need to buy the coaching because all the stuff that I'm teaching is available online. Coaching is for one-on-one personal development and helping you guys through whatever issue you're having in affiliate marketing. I also have the books available on Amazon. So go check out all those links. Go check out the website. I have a free quick start guide and a free 30-day challenge available on the website for you guys. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care.